turn to pick.
Hey guys, this is Love is Dead. I'm coming to you with a game of the International. It is one of the final matches in the winner's bracket. It is Navi versus LGD. This one will determine who goes down to the loser's bracket and
LGD's turn to pick.
He needs to play some more games. It's going to be against IG, whoever loses this best of 3, and then they will have to come back and play the final match, and that will determine, you know, who wins the $1 million
Navi's
tournament.
turn to pick.
It is also a gigantic match because this LGD are undefeated going up against last year's winners of Navi. So it is and the draft is kind of crazy right now. We do not have Pudge banned out. LGD are not worried about the Pudge from Dendy so far. Rubik and Anti-Mage are going to be picked up, so we're going to see probably Dendy playing Rubik unless they want to put him on Light of Heaven to play a solo lane. And it looks like Havas is saying good luck, Zhao. Anyways, LGD are picking up the Darkseer, Naga Siren, and Leshrac. That is huge. Darkseer, great solo laner. Naga Siren, a huge carry, setups team fights. We still have Enigma was banned out, but they still have Tidehunter and Sand King.
I am Shadow Shaman.
Navi is actually going to pick up a Shadow Shaman for their support. They're going to do some good pushing action, probably just making sure that they take that away from LGD. The Chinese teams are fantastic at putting down those wards every single time they're up and trying to get a tower, and most of the time getting one. So we still don't have a Pudge. I don't know. They really haven't banned. A lot of the teams have been trying to ban basically anything that Dendy can pick up, that like a Tinker, Pudge, Invoker, things like that. Invoker was banned out by Navi, but they haven't banned the Pudge. They haven't banned the Tinker. So there's still options open. Although Rubik Dendy can play a fantastic Rubik. They're gonna ban out Nature's Prophet. Finally,
LGD's turn to ban.
First ban material for the past couple of games. It's just time. LGD is banning out the Chen and Enchantress, which is interesting because there's usually those are heroes that have been banned against a lot of the Chinese teams, but Navi loves to play those heroes. Get the early game towers. Those extra creeps that are able to tank from the jungle, that are able to tank up the damage. But this is both huge heroes here. We got Anti-Mage, it's just going to be played by Havas. He's been doing it fantastically with this thing. I am not sure of LG's overall strategy. I haven't casted too many games with them yet, but I know that Navi loves using Anti-Mage right up into the mid game and later on into the final parts of the game. Navi's extremely aggressive with him. They're going to ban out the CK.
LGD's turn to pick.
I guess LGD was thinking that maybe Rubik might not be played by Dendy. Venomancer is going to be the pickup here from LGD. A good, actually this looks like it might set up for a good first blood. I don't think it's so much as defensive because they have Leshrac. With that slow, Leshrac should be able to hit his Split Earth, and that would be a first blood, making for a very strong level 1 engagement on LGD's side. You have the Ensnare, you have Leshrac, Venomancer, and Darkseer. Yeah, so I think LGD really have the level 1 play thus far, so they are going. I don't think Navi are going to try to take a level 1 team fight and try to get that really, really early advantage before the creeps even spawn. We're gonna see what Navi decide to round out their play with. Beastmaster is gonna be the pickup. Navi have been loving to play two big carries. They've played Broodmother. Dragon Knight is gonna be picked up with Naga Siren. That is interesting because that means that there are 2 heroes here that have to be getting a ton of farm. Dragon Knight and Naga Siren both have to get a ton of farm. And LGD playing the same thing Navi likes to do. Are they going to pick up another big farmer? We'll have to see if they're going to see that they know that DK is going to need the farm. They know that Naga Siren is going to need the farm. But DK with that, he's not going to be useful until about level 16. Once you get level 16, you get the Ice Dragon. There's massive damage he's able to output. So he can be very, very dangerous. especially once he hits level 6 too. He can start melting towers, which is great with Venomancer, Leshrac, and Naga Siren. If you can pop off her illusions, push those in, that is going to be early towers as well. Coming out from LGD, Na'Vi need to round out their play here, and will have to decide. They got 30 seconds left to pick their final pick in this first match of the best of 3. Will LGD see their first lose? They finally lose a match.
Keeper of the light.
Keeper of the light. So they are not going for a big. They're not going for a big end game build. They're going to try to take this down in the mid game. They're going to play very aggressively. Keeper of the light's got a. He's really good to help you spam off things in lane. And let's see who is going to be playing. Well, we got Dendi going to be playing on the Rubik. Light of Heaven taking Beastmaster. Arsar's going to pick it up by Shadow Shaman. Puppy's going to take Keeper of the Light. And we have Voss on the Anti-Mage, which is here. He's actually going the bottom lane. We're going to see if I don't think he's going to stay in the bottom lane. That doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. I think he's just going to try to drop a ward. Yeah, that's what he's doing. He's got the wards on him while LGD roll up this top lane. We have Yao going to be playing the DK. We have Zhao on Darkseer. DD going to be playing Venomancer. Sylar is going to pick up the Naga Siren. And BDC is going to be on Leshrac. And Puppy is going to be up here top lane with Arsart. I may indicate that that's going to be a tri-lane on the top. And I think that is what it's going to be. Actually, LGD coming in here, they're not going to They're not going to engage.
To battle.
They know that they don't have the first blood there. We have the. What are you doing, Courier? Picking up the Sentry Ward, going back. Dendi going to be playing the mid lane, and that is going to be faced with. Is it perhaps Yao that is going to be taking the mid lane as the DK? Or is he going to be supported by Zhao at the Darkseer? It's going to be an interesting matchup. Anyway, we got. Yeah, I don't know what the lanes are going on here. There's a lot of interesting lanes.
The battle begins.
One last hit on the Shadow Shaman. That's actually what from the D ward. Okay, so it looks like tri-lane on top. We have Leshrac, Sylar, and DD going to be in this top lane facing a defensive tri-lane with their aggressive tri-lane. Light of Heaven is going to be faced up with Zhao, 2 solo laners capable of doing this. And we have Dragon Knight in the mid lane, going to be faced up against Rubik, and I'm kind of interested to see how this matchup goes. I know DK, let's see, I watched the, I don't know if anyone else caught it, but there is a guide by LD where he outlined the Pinoy build of DK. We'll have to see if they're going to go with that build, so I can't quite remember exactly what it was. I think he got like a Shadow Blade and just some early spamming with this Breath of Fire. Yeah, maxing, getting Dragon Blood after that one. So DK, he can hold himself in the mid lane. He's not going to be a ganker. He's going to sit in that lane and farm, kind of like less powerful. And let's see, I'm kind of thinking that the first blood's going to be up here in this tri-lane. I don't think it's going to be down here on the bottom lane. Darkseer is really not usually the first blood type of hero, and we have so much power up in the top lane over here. There's a full tri-lane, you get in the second one at the end, and slow him up, and I think this is going to be first blood. Oh, he blinks himself away just in time. Keeper of the Light dealing damage to Sylar. Finally going to have to back himself out, and Voss needs to regen up some health, or else he will not be able to take another engagement. This tri-lane on top does need to get itself some kills. If they don't, it is not going to be worth it, because Na'Vi do have the defensive lane, and they can take farm from the jungle. Back, but they have to be careful though, because they don't want to disadvantage their anti-mage and have him get caught out. Anyways, Yao getting 7 last hits with Rubik getting 10, so I mean, Dendi probably going to win out in the early part of this laning phase here. And
you wanted that.
We got a bottle already on Dragon Knight. That is the first item. Maxing out Breath of Fire as well as Dragon Blood. Gonna wait on the stun. Probably 1 point in it once he gets his ultimate form, somewhere around level 5 or 6, because the stun is actually ranged when you are in your ultimate form. DK. There's Na'Vi. Dendi getting a bottle now and filling up with a regen rune that is going to make him much more powerful in the lane. helping him out because his Breath of Fire does take a good chunk of Dragon Knight's damage. Really though, he just needs to survive and get farm. That's all he needs to do. And he's right up there with Dendi right now. Anyways, it is Darkseer who's able to control this lane up against Light of Heaven. Light of Heaven having a pretty tough time, but getting he's not getting a lot of farm, but he's getting some levels, which is the important thing. All he needs to do again is just not die. That's the goal of both of these heroes right here. Get levels, don't die, and try to get a little bit of farm if you can. So that those solo lanes are going to work out. This tri-lane though, not working out so well. We have level 2 up here on the Naga Siren.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
We have level 2, almost level 3 on most of these heroes. But they're going to rotate DD out of here. He's going to put some wards, going to de-ward this one. It's actually an important ward here for Dendi. Because he's going to be able to check the room with that. Still no first blood. We got 3 minutes in, although this is where we have DD going up here, perhaps going to try to get a gank off on Dendi. Dendi does not have level 6, he hasn't been able to steal anything. Once he does get level 6, though, you really don't want to lose that Dragon Form. And I just realized that Dendi can steal that Dragon Form, and you know that he will. There's the tri-lane up here working out in Navi's favor. Now that they have to push back LGD, that is a little bit of extra farm under the tower, but allows them room to make use of this jungle. So they haven't gotten the kills that they expected to get. They really wanted that first blood. They weren't able to get it, and they're not able to get a gank off of Dendi. Just get Yao. He's level 5. We have Dendi level 5 as well. And I think Yao, actually Yao's almost level 6. For Dendi, if he does do that, he may be able to apply some pressure. Up on Puppy. Puppy taking a lot of down. Who gets the first blood? But a double kill coming out here. Venomancer goes down. Sylar is trying to get herself away. This is, even though they lost first blood, getting 2 and perhaps 3 would mean
Dire's
that
top tower is under attack.
Advantage to Navi. Sylar is just too fast. Can't get away. And we're going to have a blink in here. The boss does not want to do that blink. But anyways, we have Dendi down here. He is engaged in front, and he's going to pop off an Invis rune. Have Puppy coming here in the mid lane. Dendi is looking for... No, he's just going to stick in the lane now. That level 6 aggression did not go the way that Yao wanted. Dendi is still level 5, and let me just check the... Yeah, so he did get 1 point in Dragon Tail to get that range stun available, but now the boss is caught out in the middle. He's going to go down to the track. That is not what they wanted to happen. Everything is now evened up, perhaps a little bit of an advantage to LGD, but both teams love to play aggressive. So let me just check what the XP graph is, up and down. Gold graph actually in favor of Radiant, doing a little bit better job of farming. But it's too early really to say exactly what is going to happen. Double damage rune now on Dendi. Dendi doing a good job of controlling the runes. Dragon Knight having a little bit of a tough time getting them, and his bottle, he's going to need to re-throw that one. He's looking to finish up power treads, I believe, first. DD just sitting right here, looking for another attempt, I think. Probably going to wait till his DD rune has worn off on Dendi.
Denied!
Dendi doesn't have a whole lot of farm. His bottle is now on the courier. I'm not sure why he didn't have that bottle on him when cause he could have refilled it that way. But seems like a little bit of miscommunication going on with this bottle. Soul Ring wants to come down here for Light of Heaven, and boots seem to be for someone else. I don't know where those boots are going. DD coming in here. Dendi's going to be seen. He's got his ultimate up, and he may just be able to steal it out. He has to use the telekinesis to get himself safe. And there he goes. He steals the dragon form, and that is a great job from Dendi. You know he's going to do this. This is what Dendi does with big ultimates. He knows to prioritize them. He does a good job of doing so. Expected he's going to pop it off once Yao loses his. Finally, he gets his bottle up. A little bit of mana back. But Dendi actually taking a lot of damage here. And we have some rotation from LGD. They're gonna come inside the backside, pop down a ward. Not going to be able to catch anyone off, just that they're looking for Arside. They know he's been pulling, and they're going to find him. Arside needs to get himself away from this. Sylar are going to try to start up with an ensnare. If they do get an ensnare, that should be the end of Arside. And he's going down. Dendy's going to come up here, and they do get an ensnare. Maybe both of them. Arside is going to go down. Dendy popping off the Dragon Knight ultimate. And then they get one. Goes down, then it's 2, but Dendy is lost. Now coming up here. Zhao is coming in. Rotates up to the top. And Lost the only one that survives this. He's going down. That is 3 for 2. A little bit going the way of LGD. I think too excited. My voice is going to give out before I end my cast. I want to cast today. From Na'Vi, they are looking now 3 heroes in the middle lane. I think that perhaps they're going to try to push
Radiant's
down the
bottom
middle tower.
tower is under attack.
I'm surprised that Boss is still here. Win and not sure what details you need right there. Anyways, Boss is low on life. He hasn't been able to get that. I don't think he loses his farm like anyway. Yikes, his farm is pretty low. 24 last dance is not really. He wants to be at 9 minutes into the game. He really wants to have his Battle Fury up. But he does have 1400 gold. He just purchased up his Power Treads. And he really does want to get that Battle Fury up pretty soon. But he is having too much trouble in this lane. He's going to teleport himself in. 3 heroes going to be hit instantly by a Lashakson, and then an ensnare, taking a ton of damage and eating a Venomance in front of his tail. Oh my god, he has to get away from this, but he is too slow. DD is right here. We have Puppy in front of him trying to save him. One more right click to be able to do it. DD's so low on life. DD's going to get it, but Puppy takes that. And now Puppy is being sent up here by Sylar. Sylar doing a lot of damage with his Riptide. One more right click to be able to finish it off.
Dyer's
Getting close enough. Sylar gets in another kill. That is a 2-for-1 trade with one of their carries. Na'Vi not looking so good right now, and this is where Na'Vi gets thrown off their game if they start losing that they really do not want to lose.
Structures are fortified. Dyer's top tower
when
is under attack.
This much, they seem to get thrown off, and if he can't get his farm, they really don't know what to do. He is now only 24, hasn't gotten the last hit after that death, lost a bit of gold, being pushed away further from his Battle Fury. If they do let up on this aggressive tri-lane, he may be able to pull himself away and get some free farm, but that remains to be seen if he's going to be able to do it. Light of Heaven just sitting down here on the block. Trying to get some action. Oh no! They lose again! They lose the boss again to this tri-lane on top. It is way too powerful for them. They shouldn't have given them Lishrak and Naga Siren, plus a Venomancer. This tri-lane is too powerful.
I only wanted to kill
he actually does
everyone.
Get a kill on DD, but that is really not what they wanted. I'm just trying to check, man. I'm just trying to check on the rest of the game.
Dyer's bottom tower is under attack.
Na'Vi, this is just not what they want. Boss not giving up though. He's going to still try to get his farm. It looks like they have finally let up on the tri-lane. Level 7. He still is level 7 though, and level 8 on Naga Siren. So, I mean, he's died a lot. He's only 1 level behind, just hugely behind on farm, which is a problem. And I'm sure Sylar has
Dyer's bottom tower is under attack.
Actually, Sylar doesn't have a whole lot more than he does. He's got a ring of health, and that's basically, he's about 800 gold ahead. Darcy is looking pretty big right now, and both 2 dragons.
Dyer's bottom tower has been denied.
The bottom tower gets denied. Darcy are doing a good job at the bottom, but go to light. A good amount of damage right now. They're going to take another tower. Those 2 towers down for now.
Dyer's top tower has fallen.
Gravity is going to pull himself in here, and Puppy is going to take a lot of
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
The walls
they just cannot stop. They cannot stop LGD right now. The tri-lane is
Dyer's top tower is under attack.
Power
Radiant's bottom tower
has,
is under
the
attack.
consistency that they are attacking with, Dendy is not quite winning his middle lane. Yao doing a great job in the middle lane. Actually, I think he may out-level Dendy. Yes, he does out-level Dendy. And now Zhao has his mechanism, Soul Ring up.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Down towers. They might even get a third tower. It went down pretty far. It is now out of your 9-1. They stopped it before that. Now Havas is getting a little bit of free farm. But what is Naga Siren doing? Naga Siren down in the bottom lane here, still looking to get some farm. Actually, I mean, she's not actually, well, okay, so she has a bottle, and that is what is able to, that is what shows. Actually, I mean, I have to look at this now right here. Naga Siren, 4,000 gold, about 400. Okay, wait, no, something's happening. Bottle now being sent away, so I can't calculate it. 2 bottles on that courier. It's really hard to say who's ahead. How far? She's definitely ahead. A little bit of engagement here in the middle lane. Oh no, Naga Siren coming in the back. I'm getting caught up by the ensnare.
I joined the great
another feed wipe. If Light of Heaven is going to go down, Puppy is trying to back himself out of this.
1,000 of your kind have fallen out.
Oh no, Teacher of the Lake goes down. He's not supposed to think they're not they are losing the game.
Dire's
really
middle tower is under
part
attack.
Of the game they really want us to win. Aggressive at a BDC. Actually, just trying to get into the secret shop here. He buys up his mana boost.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Take that. And Yao is almost looking at his BKB. Still a good amount of gold away from that one. Maxed out Dragon Blood, Breath of Fire, that is going to have giving, that's what's really giving Dendy a hard time right here. This is health regen of 5 every second, plus armor of 8. How honestly do you fight against that in the mid lane by yourself when you are Rubik? I mean, Rubik's only got 3 armor, you got nothing in the null field because he needs that Fade Bolt and Telekinesis maxed out. This is just a hard lane for Dendy to really be able to win. DK is definitely strong in the mid lane. And Navi's going to try to answer back into something. Going to get a kill on Sylar if they do this right, but the ultimate popped out from Sylar. That's going to be enough time to teleport the rest of LGD in. That is maybe a counter right here. Navi comes back to LGD, grabs the point. Wall is now up. The boss is going to that wall. He does get South. Sylar might go down right now. He's getting a good amount of damage. Caught out. Go down. Now getting caught up on it. Goes down. We have 3 down on LGD side, 2 down for Navi. They're going to be able to take this tower if they can deal damage to it, that is. That boss is still not, still a good amount of farm.
Radiant's bottom
still
tower
wants to
has
get
fallen.
His Battle Fury, even though we are past the 16-minute mark, which
Dire's
has
top
if
tower is under
really
attack.
Well. You cannot count it out,
Dire's
but look at this
structures
Yao,
are
and
fortified.
they're doing something to the bottom lane. Yao is up here in the top lane, doing a little bit of damage. He's eating up the jungle right now. And this is something you'll see you really want to do if you are ahead. You want to feed on your enemy. If you can feed on their jungle, that means less farm that they are able to get, less experience that they are able to get for themselves. So if you can control, that's what happens once all these lanes get pushed in. LGD are going to start destroying the top jungle, and Navi are going to have a hard time farming against that. They're trying to get whatever they can in right now. Boss will finish up with Perseverance. Still need about 1,000 gold for Battle Fury. They're trying to get that as fast as he can. Once he gets that, he still needs a Manta Style after that. And Nagasari, what is she building? I think she is going... I'm not sure what she's doing with the Perseverance. Could be a Lincoln Sphere. I've seen that built, or gone for on the Nagasari. But she could be going for a Radiant as
Radiant
well.
structures are fortified.
Multiplying the Radiant burn, quite strong. Plus that extra damage. Don't worry about anything. Shadow Shaman finally popping down his ward. Trying to deal with the Paladin. Really not able to take it though. And now they have to back themselves off, or at least have someone defend this middle lane here, which is getting pushed in. And that is what you get when you push in lanes. You basically have a time bomb that the enemy team has to deal with if you push in their lane.
My thanks.
So you can sit in one, know that you have the time to be able to do something, and know that they only have a limited amount of time. Lost. Still 400 gold away from his Battle Fury. We have the Claymore purchased. Still need broadsword. 1200 gold. I mean, let it have nothing. Let it have beautiful. Lord popped off.
Dyer's top tower is under attack.
Take out Silo. They can take out Silo. Let it have him maybe able to get away. Maybe he'll do it. If he does poison damage, he'll be able to finish him off. Is he going to be able to do it? Is he going to be able to get away? 8 hit points, 12 hit points, 20 hit points. He's going to be able to be saved. Anti-Mage gets another kill. He is on a killing spree. 3 heroes down for LGD. Navi
Dyer's
turning that
bottom
game
tower
around.
is under
I
attack.
probably shouldn't have focused
Radiant's
so much on
middle
defense.
tower
That was
is under
kind
attack.
of incredible that he got away from that. I am very surprised he walked away from that. Guys, we're going to focus back on Broadsword now being purchased up. That is going to be the Battle Fury. He still needs his Manta Style. The net worth right now, Nagasari definitely ahead of Havas by a lot. Sylar definitely a fantastic farmer. And back in the base right now, what is she looking at? She's got 3,000 gold. I really think she's going for the Radiance build with all of that, with all of the money that she has saved up. Dendy now coming into the top lane. I don't think they're going to find DD, but DD really far out right now. Doesn't want to get caught off. Taking off heroes like this would be really bad for them, but they're going to get themselves a haste rune. Put that onto Dragon Knight's bottle. Yo, going in. They do have a ward. They know that Dendy was here. Like Dendy just semi-dewarding the Plague Ward, and actually that is what going down to the bottom lane. Sylar going to be having to deal with Light of Heaven pushing in her lane. He does have that mech finished up pretty good. And if Navi can just hold off on these towers, they really
Radiant's
can't lose
middle
them.
tower is
They
under
really
attack.
do not want to lose this top tower. If that goes down, that means they have really no good access to the jungle. We do have a smoke up here from DDC Yao and DD. It's like if they can get an initiation, they're splitting up, looking for a hero that they can pick off. They're just going to be short. They know. Oh no, they don't, because Navi smoked up. I don't know if they both saw that. I couldn't catch when exactly Navi found it. Navi knows. They do see themselves Venomancer. They're rotating down to the bottom lane here. We're getting heroes are going to be too weak to go against what is here. Dendy's going to go down. Dendy trying to TP himself out. And maybe no! Dragon Knight stuns him before he's able to get himself away. The rest of Navi have to back off. That is what needed to not happen for Navi. There is 30 seconds before they can really be back at their full power and deal with what LGD can do. And oh man, where did he get this farm? He's a. They call Anti-Mage a flash farmer, and look at this. He just bumped himself 1,000 gold above Sylar, who's just been not farming as much. Where did Sylar go? Sylar's back in base actually. Still.
Dyer's top tower is under attack. Dyer's top tower has fallen.
Magic wand recipe. I'm not sure what happened to her farm. I'm not sure why she hasn't gotten anything yet. I could have sworn she had more farm than the last time I checked on her. I don't see anything new. Alright, there it is. Now back up to 3,000. 3,500. So I guess it's maybe the bottle moving around, the network keeps changing on me. I can't quite figure out. But anyways, Havas is getting free farm, and that is dangerous. He is being very aggressive and very smart about where he's moving. He has finished up his ultimate orb that's going to give him just a bit more survivability. And perhaps they're going to go on the mid lane. Well, they know it's Sylar's down the bottom. Does Sylar have a TP? She does have a TP. It's on the illusion. So we'll find out. We have the pop down. Sylar's going to take the high damage. Ward the pop down. Voss going to go into DD. DD has to back himself off. And Voss is still in here while the rest of the team popping out the ultimate, but he's gonna go down.
Radiant's tower an exquisite toxic.
DDC, Sylar popping in the ultimate to try to save herself. They don't have any heroes to counter-initiate this. Navi is still I'm gonna get rid of wards and should be able to take a tower for this.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Well, they're just gonna melt this tower away.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Actually, are they gonna hit the 3 points? Nah, just. Oh no, we have a gravity pulling in Dendy. Dendy force-stacking himself away. He's gonna get ensnared, and he hasn't taken that split earth as well as the dragon form. And Navi gonna split up and get himself a tower and a bunch of kills. Oh, this is a back and forth game. The Dire now have the gain in experience by 4,000, and the gold graph is now coming back in their favor. LGD starting great with the aggressive tri-lane, but not continuing their pressure. Lincoln Sphere now finished up on Sylar, going to make her more survivable, but does not do a whole lot into the fight. But at the same time, that is what the boss got with his Battle Fury, although I guess Battle Fury is a little bit more useful in a team fight that it can deal some extra damage, getting dangerously close to that Manta style. Oh, it's anyone's game. The back and forth is ridiculous. LGD need to hold themselves together, and they need to start making the kills that they have been able to do. Do not lose the map control, but they have taken out the top tower. I'm not exactly sure when that went down. Their wards, these are defensive wards from Navi. They're going to be burned out quite soon, going to be replaced. Navi need to have vision of their own. Here we go. We have Havas now facing off against Sylar down the bottom. Well, not exactly facing off, but Sylar really doesn't want to stand up against him. And he is trying to do everything he can to deny Sylar any XP. This is what I'm talking about. You want to free Look at it, he's just blinking right into the ancient camp. And blink himself back, probably back into the jungle. And this is how you farm, if anyone wants to know. This is why anti-mage, in a lot of pubs I see that people that need a ton of farm, like Luna or anti-mage or Morphling, they try to start taking team fights and getting farm that way, but that's really not what you want to do. You really need to take control of all these jungles, roam around. You see the top lane get pushed in, you're there. You see the bottom lane get pushed in, you're there. You get all that farm, you're in the jungle when you don't see anything else happening, and if there's really not a thing left to farm on the map, still don't engage unless your team is there. And that's how you farm. So this is how you turn it around. I'm going to try to get a smoke gank off. It's a little bit dangerous because they are wasting time both on Yao and on Sylar. Yao does have the Black King bar finish up. That's going to make him much more survivable in team fights, and he's level 14, getting close to that dragon form. Still needs 2 levels. Things may turn around when he gets the ice dragon. But anyways, they're not going to find themselves hit.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Let Heaven Roar is going to hit on Yao, but he's Dragstone just misses with his snap, and then popping off his own stun, and Sylar going to have to pop off the ultimate, actually still taking a good amount of damage. Popping off the ultimate just to back themselves off. Representing on the left, getting caught out now with the stun, so he needs to back off. Ensnare, pulls back in, like the anti-mega down to the Meteor is down on the side. Lost it.
In death, I learn my victory.
He may die yet again. The boss has now been caught up in that one. Not yet. Triple kill. And that the Lincoln Stewart on turret. This may come in handy to be viable.
Dyer's
And
bottom
the,
tower has
engagement here
fallen.
from Na'Vi was not perfect. LGD
Dyer's bottom tower is under
swinging
attack.
back up in favor of the Radiant, but it's still anyone's game. The only real advantage that LGD has, well, now Nagasarian has. So she has some mana burn as well. Mantisal has been finished by Havast. Two big items right now. It is still pretty much anyone's game. LGD do have the map control, and that is what they need to exert their pressure with. They need to keep doing what they're doing, getting good team fights against Na'Vi, and they should be able to solidify their game. But if Na'Vi are able to pull together and engage correctly, they should be able. It is still their game as well. And the Diffusal Blade. The active is Purge. It slows you down, removes any of the buffs you have, and then your attacks either burn 26 or 36 mana, depending on the level that the Diffusal Blade is. And it looks like they're going to try for another smoke. Do they have one? Oh, they're gathered up as if they're going to do it. They do have a smoke. Going to watch them as they decide to try to pick off a hero, but Na'Vi see that there are no heroes on the map. They're going to back themselves away. They know they don't have the map control, and they know they don't want to get caught out in their jungle. Their lanes are pushed out. They haven't lost any barracks just yet. LGD going down the middle lane, trying to seek out the secret shop. Nothing there. And I don't think they're going to find anything. Except Havast, who is around. Nice. Now when you're playing on the defensive side, they do need to be careful. There's a farm. We have a bottle, Force Staff, and Phase Boost on Dendi. Interested to see if he's going to try to get his Blink Dagger as well to give him huge mobility, or if he's going to try to get something to tank up, because he has been a little bit of a non-issue in these team fights just because he can go down and be locked down so quickly. So wasn't able to steal the Dragon form. While continuing with his flight. Going to try to get bigger than Nagasarian. If he can do that, Illusion Rune on Sylar, that means that he's going to pop it off right now anyway, so they're not going to use that in terms of team fight with their own mirror illusions. I'm just going to pretend to scout out things over here. Maybe try to catch them up. Boss with 1800 gold. Next item on him, perhaps? I'm not sure. Butterfly is big, but that takes a long time. And I'm not sure if he's going to go for that, or perhaps a heart to give him a lot more survivability instead of damage output. Probably going to go for the heart because he needs to stand up against Dragon Knight with all that armor and all those hit points. Got 28 armor on him now. He's picked himself up plate mail. Probably going for some Cuirass build on Yao. And the Dragon Knight makes him a huge presence. He's now finished up that Dragon form, and that is going to be a huge problem. The blast damage on that gets skewed, as well as the slow that comes out from the frost attack. But Dendi can steal it if he's able to do so. That's really what he wants to get instead of Split Earth. Split Earth is a great stun, but Dragon Form is bigger on him, and I'm not sure exactly how much he's going to be able to deal with it. I don't think it's going to be quite as much as
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
But it's still quite formidable. Lost his illusions. Illusions versus illusions up here in the top lane. Na'Vi just really don't have many towers. Only have 2 to their name. It's still the farm. Still a farm is in favor of the Radiant by 5k, so. But it would have been a lot bigger if Na'Vi hadn't been farming with this anti-mage so well. Really hasn't been pressuring him, letting him do what he wants. And I don't know if LGD can win the farming game. They may perhaps be able to, because all the farm is basically going on Havast. But really, if you kind of look at it, it's Havast really needs to take on both Sylar and Dragon Knight and BD and Yao. So that is actually but the final goal that he has to face himself out. Yao going in, right in, getting a light of heaven, popping up the ultimate corner. He's been caught out right now. He's really not going to going to pull in a bunch of heroes. He's going to come well with Yao, but the ball is popped off. Light of heaven goes down. He's down for 60 seconds, but it is Yao who's caught out in the Shadow Shaman Awards. Now he's going to get rid of them. And Light of Heaven has I think he's going to be dead for 60 seconds. Yeah, he's going to be dead for the full 60 seconds. That means that LGD can do something big. They could get Roshan. I think they're going to try to go for Havok, level 19. They are going to really try to get him. But they shouldn't. I do not
Radiant's
think really
bottom tower is under attack.
Defend. I'm kind of surprised that they didn't try to go for Roshan. Putting an Aegis on Yao would have been big. He's looking for, I think with this creep wave, perhaps he may be able to survive his Hyper. No, just needs a couple more last hits, and he'll be able to finish up the Hyper Stone, and the Assault to us will be finished. Big item for him, giving an advantage to his entire team. As well as
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
And they should be able to deny it actually. So they're going to get a little bit of
Radiant's top tower has been
going to go
denied.
for Roshan. LGD did not take it, so perhaps it was basically but they are really not. They may have had a ward to see it, but I think they were able to blink in. It looks like they're looking to get it. They're grouping up, but they're pretty far away. Roshan is actually at half health, but the boss is pretty low, and he doesn't have any reason for this, so they need to be able to finish off Roshan very quickly. I don't think LGD actually knows what's happening, because if they did, they really should have been making a beeline for it. More
Roshan has fallen into the tower.
And back off. LGD not able to snipe it or do anything about it. They're going to be backing off. He's going to go back to base to heal up. And then they're going to try to defend against LGD. But again, as I said, you can see where the gold is weighted, and getting that much gold on Sylar as well on Mega Siren as well as the problematic things they have to deal with. Even though he's big, he's not that big. He does have 2 lives now, so if he doesn't get caught out, he may be able to defend against this, but he really doesn't have much harm as he gets. Near is harm. If he buys that right now, he will not be able to buy back. I don't know if that's a risk he's willing to take. Perhaps he is. He's going to go to the secret shop? No, he's not going to go to the secret shop. We're pushing this bot lane here while we're around this mid lane. But he would love to have buyback as well as a heart, so I don't know if he's going to commit to the heart before and get rid of buyback because I don't think he's going to do it. Is he going to buy up anything right now? Mid lane, they have pushed themselves in here. No real effective power. Now he decides not to.
Dire structures are fortified.
The rest of Nadu's but that's actually wrong. Damage, the wall has been popped off. Sylar has to back himself out.
I am not yet worthy to go beyond the hills.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack. Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
He is able to save himself.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Come back 2 games to win this. Seems to be the trick. Shut down Havok's early game and throw Navi on the back foot. That is what LGD did, and I think they're going to continue to try to
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Up against Havok. I have to see if Navi try to get away from that strategy. Let's pull out something. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to take down the stream just for a second to break up my video and then come back once the next game is up. So I'm going to sign off.